Hi YouTube, I have another review for you today, and this knife is the Cold Steel Bushman. As you can see, it is a fixed blade. It comes in a big Kydex sheath. It says Kydex online. It looks more like a kind of a molded plastic sheath. You can see right there it says danger. Pretty much just don't put your hand right there and you're pulling it out or you'll cut yourself. Also comes with a little fire stick and a fire starter. And that slides right into the sheath. You can see it says Cold Steel Secure X. I'm assuming that's the sheath that it's talking about right there. And it has a belt loop, kind of a belt clip. Clip it onto stuff pretty easily. All that built in. Is a little tough to get out. Well, that was pretty easy, never mind. It's a little tough to get in and out sometimes. What I just did was I pushed down this and it opened up pretty well. So I guess I'll just keep doing that from now on. You can see it says Cold Steel China. It is made out of one piece of steel. So they kind of just took a flat piece of steel and rolled it up, and I'm assuming welded it right there. So that's hollow. You can put that on the end of a stick and make it into a spear if you need to. So I think that's the way that is. Probably also sturdy so the handle doesn't break off, and probably makes it a little lighter being hollow like that. So this is how long? It's a 7-inch long blade, so that's a pretty long blade. Really useful. See on that side it has a little Bushman logo. See a couple scrapes right there. Those are from use, not how it came. Came perfectly fine. Came with kind of some oil on it. I don't know if that's probably to protect from rusting while it's shipping and everything. The blade steel, I'll just go into all of the measurements and specs now, I guess. There's a full look at it. Kind of hard to get this one in frame. Overall length is 12.25 inches. Blade length again, 7 inches. Blade thickness, 0.1 inches, which that means also right here is 0.1 inch thick steel. And handle length is 5.25 inches. It's a drop point. It is flat ground. And the blade steel is SK5. So I've never heard of SK5. I don't really know much about it. Probably just a carbon steel if they sent it with a bunch of oil and they coated it in this stuff to prevent from rusting. So it's probably pretty safe to assume. The weight on this is 9.8 ounces. Still pretty heavy, even though it does have a pretty big hollow handle and it is a thin blade. But for a 7-inch long, pretty wide blade too, 9.8 ounces is not bad at all. Couple more looks at it. So I think this is really cool. It's, I think, around $25, under $30 online. I know that. That's pretty cool. So if you're going camping, or if you go camping a lot, really, this could be a good camp knife. You could cut wood with it. You could cut pretty much anything you need. Don't really worry too much about it getting damaged. You don't want to take some people don't want to take a $400 Strider out into the woods and beat on it. Some people do. But if you don't and you just want to take something cheap out there, then $30 for a big blade like this, that's pretty cool. Also comes with a fire starter, so that could help if you're out in the woods. And the whole spear aspect, if you want to carve a stick and then put it on the end of a stick, make it into a spear for a survival situation, that's always a possibility. So I think that's really cool. I think it'll hold up. It looks like it will. I think I read that the heat treat was around 54 HRC, which most knives are like this. Regatta Hills think that's probably around 59 or 60. So this is a little less. Most machetes, I think, are a little less because if you're whacking against something, it could shatter. If it's up higher, it could be more brittle. So this, especially if they're rolling it around like that, it could crack around any of these areas where the metal's stamped and bent. So that could be a reason why it's less, but that will mean that it will not be able to hold an edge as well. If it's at 54 HRC, should be able to cut a lot of stuff, cut some branches, be good in survival situation, and easy to sharpen if you have a sharpener with you while you're out in the woods. So it should be easy to get back to a nice edge. Not much else really to say about this, just I think it'd be a good outdoorsy knife. Pretty cool to beat on something with. Pretty big, really hefty in the hand. Feels pretty good. Little weird how the blade's a little off center from the handle, just the way they stamp it and roll it and everything. Kind of feels a little odd in the hand, but really not too bad. You don't get too much traction with this coating. It gives a little, still a little slippery, but don't think it should be too bad if you get a nice grip on it. Really could spin in your hand if you're cutting pretty hard. So watch out for that. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say. It's a pretty plain knife, one solid piece of steel. So don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's all. Thanks for watching.